And hey, how's the football? Yeah.
Not not talking football with you.
Do you
Not,
think we have more people that listen to the show that are still in the playoffs in their fantasy football leagues, or more people that were kicked out of the playoffs?
I think we have more people who were probably shot by the police.
Yeah, well, that's definitely true. That's in any kind of podcast. They always have people that were shot by the police listening.
Yeah. So if you hear this, Pookie, this one's for you. Uh,
That's somebody's
Pookie,
dog.
Pookie. No, that's my cousin Pookie. He needs to be free. Free cousin Pookie.
Oh, free
Um,
Pookie.
free Pookie.
He ain't do that shit. They got a case against him.
Yeah, fuck. It's all because he's white.
Yeah.
Um, man, I am reading the news and
Well,
I'm just mortified. Mortified.
reading the news will ruin your day anytime.
All right, so it all started. We did a show. We did a show, if you remember, about Kelly Thomas. You remember Kelly Thomas?
Yes.
So we talked about that on a show. Way, if you go back way, 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 way in the far back time machine, you'd listen to the show. We talked about Kelly Thomas.
And I remember it because we talked about it. You shared the story more. Otherwise, I wasn't seeing it. And it's surprising how much more I'm hearing about these stories than I ever heard about the Kelly Thomas that got killed.
Yes, and Kelly Thomas was a white homeless man who got
Uh,
beaten to death by the police. Now this I'm not
that
I
doesn't
say
happen. Are you kidding? That never happens.
I say he's white, but that doesn't matter to me. I don't. We're going to talk about Tamir Rice and Michael Brown and Eric Garner here in a little bit. Also, they're all black, but again, it doesn't matter. My issue is with the police brutality.
Yeah, and you know what? One thing about the whole black-white thing, and I don't care about it either. I'm not seeing it as, oh, these white guys kill the black guy. It's just the cops are not doing the right thing to the people. But it's like when I try to join in those conversations, it's like, oh, you don't understand. You got the white privilege. Like, no, I'm with you. I also
Yeah,
don't like what the cops are doing. It doesn't matter that I don't think I have less of a chance of it happening to me.
yeah, yeah. White privilege plays a part in it, but white privilege plays a part where exactly as you said, when we get pulled over, there's not a chance
No.
we're going to get a gun in our face.
The media is making it a black and white thing. It's a cop killed a civilian.
Yeah, a cop killed a person, a person.
Person with rights, regardless of his crime or criminal past or whatever, regardless of what he was, he still had rights.
And like you said, okay, Michael Brown, they released that video on him, right? And there's nothing that says that was him. It looked like him,
Yeah.
right? It looked like him, but to all white people, all black people look alike anyway, and to all black people, all white people look alike. If this was a black majority nation and it showed a large white guy stealing cigarillos, they would all black people would be like, that's fucking 100 different fucking white guys we've seen right there in one guy. So
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking matter.
And the only people that just take that for a fact is because they saw somebody share it on Facebook. They heard the news say once, "We're getting reports that this could be," so they hear it as, "Oh, that absolutely was him."
Yeah, and the thing about it is he wasn't convicted of anything, so
No,
he was
doesn't
still
matter.
innocent of stealing cigarillos. Just because
I don't like that you keep saying cigarillas. I hate that word.
well, cigars, cigarillos.
Well, I don't know, but I never heard cigarillas before. What is that?
That's what they were. They were like little
The blunts? Blunts?
cigarette-sized
Yeah, they're
cigars.
blunts.
Yeah, well, no, they're cigarette-sized cigars. Blunts for me are bigger.
Oh, he's got the little cigarillas. Okay.
They're like cigarette-sized cigars. So, but there's nothing that says there's a video of a guy who looks like him, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have his day in court. He definitely didn't need to be gunned down in the fucking street.
And then the initial reports, Dan Wilson's testimony, he didn't know he had anything to do with that crime. He wasn't stopping him because of that.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't stopping, and it just blows my fucking mind. And then when they released the indictment, or when they released the statement on why he wasn't indicted, they went back to all the shit that they previously said had nothing to do with it, and
Yeah.
said, "Oh, this is the reason. This is he stole something. That's why he was shot. He was fighting over a fucking gun." And The
Well,
only people we take as fact is the one who's alive, and that's it.
yeah, and the evidence that I mean, there is evidence supporting the shot was fired inside of the door, and he tried to close the door. I'm not saying Mike Brown was completely innocent in the whole thing. He was part of the interaction. I mean, he definitely tried to slam the cop's door on him. The gun was shot inside of the car, which why there's gunpowder residue on him too.
Yeah,
But still, after that, regardless of all of that, when he's however many feet away from you, you don't shoot somebody in the head as your first shot.
yeah, and even back to the slamming the car door. That's still not a death sentence, and
No.
we don't know the actual events that went. We know what took place. We know there's Mike Brown's blood in the cop car. We know that there was a shot fired at close range. We
Yeah.
don't know if the cop said something racially biased, which is apparently just permeates through that precinct is just racial hatred. So we don't know if the cop said something racially biased towards Mike Brown. Mike Brown took offense to that, which he's more than allowed to do. I mean, fucking a cop can't say anything more racist to you than any other fucking person just because they carry a badge.
Yeah.
So we
You
don't
know,
know. We don't. Go ahead.
what argument I'm tired of hearing too is when you start bringing this stuff up, like, yeah, but what are you going to do when a 6'4", 200, and yeah, he gets bigger every time I hear it.
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
guy is charging at you.
He's
I'm like,
9 feet and 400,000 pounds.
I'm like, all right.
He's like the knight. He's the knight coming at you.
So he's 6'3". Let's cut it down the middle. He's 6'2", 6'3", 2 whatever, charging at you. Yeah, if my size, sure, that would be a problem. Darren Wilson was 6'2" himself,
Yeah,
210.
same size. It's like fighting a
Same size.
shadow. It's all dark and you can't touch
That
it.
is your shadow.
Quick.
Like Peter Pan, man. That's my shadow's escaping.
Oh,
I shoot it in the face.
look at my shadow run.
There it
Bang,
goes.
bang. Oh, the shadow's turned around. The shadow
Is that
gets
your
up.
shadow? Peter, your shadow's getting away. That's all right. I'll shoot him in the face.
I'll shoot him till he gives up, then I'll shoot him a couple times more.
Don't you like even just as if I had a gun in my hand, I'm not even a trained police officer. I wouldn't want to shoot somebody. I know I'm killing them if I shoot at their head.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think the kind of guns that they have. I think a decent shot in the leg is going to stop whatever's happening.
Oh, a big guy like that? Fuck.
And
200,
yeah,
210 pounds. I'm 6'1", and I'm 230 fucking pounds. You shoot me in the leg, I'm crying like a baby.
and the point
That's it.
yeah, and the point that you've brought up before too, which is that I mean, I just lost what I was going to say.
Well, I'd bring up several points.
I
Like,
know that's what I was going to
nice.
say. It was something. Maybe it was about Star Trek. No, it was about Mike Brown. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. So Mike Brown, I mean, it's all fucked up. Nobody deserves to die. And they bring up and people, and you can tell just the racist fucking people say, well, he
Okay.
stole something.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, or the even worse is this. Well, that's the cop. You respect if you just listen to what the cop says. Respect the authority. Do what the man says. No, I'm not blindly doing whatever authority figure says because I'm supposed to.
No, no,
Right?
no, no,
You,
no,
you
no.
can,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's not why. I mean, maybe he was fighting with the cop, but you still don't deserve to be shot in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if a cop pulls you over, can I search your vehicle? No, you can't search my vehicle. Well, I'm going
Yeah.
to shoot you. Then fuck off. I'll let
Oh,
you.
I remember what I was going to say that you say all the time. If he felt that his life was in danger, that's what you signed up for. You're
Yeah,
supposed
yeah, yeah.
to deal with these situations to be in danger, but also protect that person that has rights that's there
Yeah.
with you.
When you're a cop and you feel that you're always in danger, then everything becomes dangerous. Everything. Just like you shared that story with the man who had his asthmatic daughter,
Yeah.
and the cop
Oh, that
the
was a
cop
great story.
shot the cop shot the man who was holding his asthmatic daughter
Well,
because
he
he
didn't
thought
hit him. Yeah, he shot at them, but the guy's holding his daughter, his toddler, in his hands. The cop shot at him because he thought he had a gun.
yeah, mistakes. And here's two problems I have with this. Two problems. All right. One, if I was this guy's boss, okay, so I'm your boss, all right,
Oh, shit, I quit.
and you're Officer Garcia. Officer Garcia. I
I
want
want
I
to
have a,
raise.
No, no, I'm not here for that, Officer
Come
Garcia.
on, I took one of them down. I tried to, at least almost got
No,
two.
I have two problems with that. All
Okay.
right, I have two problems with that. One, you shot a man holding a child, and
See,
in the report you said you thought that child was a weapon.
see, senor.
What I wonder, Officer Garcia, do you listen to the Half-Ass podcast?
No hablo inglés. Negro had
Okay,
a
okay,
pop,
okay.
pop, pop,
Because
pop, pop, pop.
in the Half-Ass podcast,
Yes.
they routinely refer to using 5-year-olds as weapons or fighting 5-year-olds. Do you
Yeah.
listen to that? Do you listen to that show?
See,
See, so that maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you thought a little 5-year-old girl was a weapon.
can I
Uh,
take a siesta?
no, no. My second
Okay.
problem is who taught you how to shoot?
I put up the drywall.
So you got a guy who's picking up a daughter that you thought was a weapon, and you fire a shot, but you miss both of them.
Mm-hmm.
If he actually had a weapon, you die, Officer Garcia. So not only did you fail not knowing what a weapon is, you also failed at winning a gunfight with a guy who had no weapon.
He had a gun.
No, he didn't have a gun. He had a
He had a
daughter.
gun. He had a
He had
gun. The gun was saying, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe."
he had a gun. Did he have a gun lodged in his throat, and you had to just
Yeah.
pull it out?
The gun had bulls in its hair.
So, so I want to get to Tamir Rice.
Wait, finish the kicker of that whole story though. That
Okay.
all happened. The cop said, "All right, well, he finally saw that there was no threat." The cop was brave enough to decide there was no threat, and he told the man he can go retrieve his daughter's inhaler. But when he came back down and everything was calmed down, he arrested him
Yeah,
for
it's still for broken
having,
taillight.
yeah, no, suspended license. It's just not suspended license, expired license. Arrested the man that he just shot at. If I
Yeah,
was holding my daughter and somebody shot at me and then
license to beat him to death. License to beat him to death.
arrested me, what the fuck?
I don't give a shit if my daughter. I gently put my daughter down and I'd pick up a fucking tire iron and I'd just bludgeon somebody.
By daughter, do you mean M16?
Yeah, my daughter-sized M16, my
Yeah,
daughter-sized bazooka.
yeah.
That's the reason the cops shot.
He was firing her SpongeBob SquarePants doll at you.
Oh fuck! Who lives in a pineapple in the sea? Shut up, fucker! Um,
Poor
I want
senor, what is he?
I want to get to Tamir Rice. This one kind of touches home with me because I have a 14-year-old,
Black kid?
half Hawaiian, so it kind of khaki
That
colored.
doesn't
In the
count.
summer, he's a little khaki.
Is he a
Khaki
dark
color.
white?
No, he's a dark paper sack brown.
Okay.
He's a paper sack brown. So
Papers.
he also likes the airsoft guns. My son.
Mhm. Who doesn't? I've been asking for one for Christmas forever. My wife refuses to buy me one.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy you one either. You'd probably just start shooting her in the ass or something.
It's definitely a good choice, but I still want one.
You just pop.
I would not be good with one. Yes, I'd be shooting everybody.
But this little kid, you see the video of this little kid, Tamir Rice, 12 years old,
Uh-huh.
gets an airsoft gun, right?
Yep.
And the orange tip is off. So, admittedly, it looks
Yeah,
like
that's
a
not a
real gun.
good thing to be off the orange
No,
tip.
it's not. It's good thing to be off, but
This is
I don't.
actually a pretty good story for getting close to Christmas too. It reminds me of the Christmas story. You know, just don't shoot your eye out.
Yeah, and then the cop comes up and then shoots his
Yeah,
eye out.
it's the new version of it. They rebooted it. He goes outside.
It's the urban Christmas story.
He goes outside. All right, Black Bart. Now you get yours.
It's the
Here
it's
comes
the urban Christmas story where all the white guys just roll into a black neighborhood and just shoot people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
You'll
So,
shoot your eye out.
so on the video of Tamir Rice, you see this little kid walking around and pointing the gun, and if you notice, everybody makes sure he's aiming at people. Everybody makes sure he tells you he's aiming at people. He's aiming at people. He's pointing the gun at people. He's acting like a hooligan or a thug. To me, it looks like a 12-year-old boy acting like he's a cop. It looks like a 12-year-old boy acting like he's in the army. It looks
He's
like
he's
a
playing something that every single one of us, especially around our age, played a lot when we were younger.
yes,
Cops, robbers, guns looked real as shit back then, and kids weren't getting shot all the time.
No, and it looked like a kid being a kid. And then here comes the guy on the even the guy who called 911 said, "Hey, this gun looks fake. I think it's fake, but he's pointing at people. It's kind of unnerving people. Can someone come down here and stop this?" So
Yeah.
the cops roll up on him and shoot him without even getting out of the fucking car.
2 seconds. At 2 seconds within arriving is when they fired the shot at him.
Yeah,
That is not
fucking
enough time to assess the situation.
they fucking out of the car. They just drive by this fucking kid.
Yeah, they
Well,
did. They
actually,
did.
they
They gave
didn't
him a
drive
drive
by.
by.
They drived up to and stopped by
Yeah.
and then shot him.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking the cop that shot him. You wanna tell us the situation about the cop who shot him, John? I want you to tell us the situation.
He was deemed to be
A birthday
voted.
party thriller.
He was in vote. He was voted in high school most likely to shoot a little black kid someday.
Well,
He was.
he
He,
fulfilled that.
he was also prom king. He.
That's a very specific. That's a very specific vote.
I know. Is it weird that that's why it's such a big story? It was so
So
weird.
we got this guy. He's going to be a cop who shoots a black kid one day,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Oh,
That's what he wrote in his When I Grow Up. He
the
drew a
very."
picture when he was 3. They got a picture. His mom showed it when he was 3 of him shooting a little kid.
Oh, he titled it "My Self-Fulfilling Prophecy."
Mommy, do we have more black crayons?
Do we got? I need more blood and more black.
I need red and black.
Red and black. That's it.
Needs more red and black.
Oh, what's the kid?
How do you say Tamara, Tamaria,
Tamir.
Tamir? Well, and he also, and then not too long ago, he was also deemed to be unfit for duty. I don't know who did it. I don't want to get my facts wrong, but at some point
I think it was the training instructor.
yeah, he was labeled as unfit for service. They didn't think it'd be a good idea for him to be out there. Mentally unstable, possibly. Basically saying this guy should probably not have a gun.
And it wouldn't change. And they made sure to say it wouldn't change. He shouldn't ever be in a position of authority. And they made sure to write that. He showed up distracted. He showed up weepy. He was hard. It was hard for him to control his emotions and his thoughts.
Yeah.
And he would never ever change. And this isn't something that was given psychologists time to assess the situation. They didn't feel he would change.
How
So
much
what
more
did-
dangerous is he than this threat that they perceive, too?
1,000 more times dangerous because he just killed some fucking kid.
Yeah. He's a lot more dangerous than this kid that was playing with an airsoft gun.
Yeah, I mean and he's not gonna get in any fucking trouble, and everything's gonna be fucking fine, and this guy's gonna have the fucking thin blue line. He's gonna be on the right side of the thin blue line, and everything's gonna be fucking good. And this 12-year-old innocent fucking kid, I don't give a shit if this orange piece was off. I don't care if he was holding a real fucking gun. He
Still
didn't
doesn't
fire it at
deserve
the cop.
death.
He didn't fire it at the cop. He didn't even fucking point it at the cop, and he didn't deserve to fucking die.
That's everybody's argument that I keep hearing. That's the only argument back. There's no point even saying, yeah, but this cop and this, and they just say, no, that doesn't matter. He didn't deserve to die for. That's not a capital punishment offense.
It's not. It's not pointing a fucking. We live in a country. We live in a country where you're allowed to own a gun.
Yeah.
You're allowed to own a gun unless you're next to a cop. Then a cop can say, "I fered for my life." It is the biggest fucking blanket statement I've ever heard in my entire life. A cop can say, "I feared for my life" for any fucking reason and shoot you in the face multiple times.
I'm also. Sorry.
You don't even have to have a weapon. You don't have to have a weapon to make this cop fear for his life. You don't have to. You don't have to have a knife. A knife. You're 300 feet away and you have a knife. You still get shot.
Yeah, you could be
stick?
weaponless. You could have anything. You have nothing but your dick in your hand.
Fucking well, some black people that is a weapon.
He was going to throw that anaconda at me.
He was going to whip me with it like Indian.
And I'm not going to deny that there's definitely more risk as being a black person, because I remember the story not too long ago when all the Second Amendment guys, the rights to guns guys, decided they were going to walk around with their assault rifles, and they were standing out front of buildings and going into stores with them.
Yeah,
that was a big news story. The cops didn't roll up and immediately shoot them. They
no,
looked like dumb, big, white redneck hicks. But why? I mean, if that was three black guys, I'm kind of thinking the cops would have rolled up and started shooting.
Yeah, if it was fucking one black dude and he had a sign on his fucking head and he announced it in a fucking every paper and took out every ad of the paper saying, "I'm not going to kill anybody, I promise," they still fucking shoot him. They shoot him before he got up.
Do you know what statistics say actually what the most dangerous thing in the world is?
What?
A 12-year-old with an airsoft gun.
Oh shit, I knew it. I was going to
Right?
say podcast host.
No. No, that's
No.
dangerous jobs.
Oh.
This is just dangerous thing, like not poisonous snakes,
Oh.
jellyfish. It's a 12-year-old with a
What?
BB gun.
What about an unarmed 18-year-old black kid?
That's they're pretty dangerous.
They're pretty dangerous.
Pretty fucking dangerous.
What about an unarmed New York black guy?
Is he under or over 300 pounds?
He's over 300 pounds and he's allergic to chokeholds.
Does he? Does he have? So he has asthma. Yes.
He's allergic.
He didn't take his allergy shot that day. That's his own damn fault.
Yeah, I mean, he had this white growth on the back.
I didn't have my Zyrtec.
Just stop, please. Inhaler.
Yo, that one just is the point of where it's just funny. There's nothing even say about that one.
It's not funny that he died.
No,
Yeah.
it's on video. The death was ruled a homicide. Chokeholds are banned by the NYPD, but still.
Yeah, that's all. That's all he needed to do is, I mean, what else? How else could they do it? If he got on it, if they put him on his knees, made him confess to every fucking murder under the sun, and then executed him, just fucking mafia style. I don't know what else they could have done to get, just to say, yeah, this guy is guilty. This cop is guilty for choking him. Let's indict him. This cop, let's indict him for watching. Let's indict all these fucking cops for watching.
Yeah.
And let's make a statement that if you're going to watch a crime be committed as a police officer, you participated in that crime.
There was the video not too long ago. It was like a fraternity party thing, like the breakup, and the cop grabbed this fraternity kid by the throat. It was a chokehold thing, and he was fired within a few hours.
Oh yeah, within a few hours, and that cop didn't put up with it. But
so why was he fired within a few hours, and this guy walks?
He choked a white kid.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
And that's
We're with you, our black brothers that probably never listen to this show.
Well, you know what? We need to start.
How did they do it? They like this?
I'm just throwing a fist up. I don't care. Right hand, left hand, it doesn't matter to me.
Like this.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
yeah.
It pisses me off so much because and this goes to Kelly Thomas. Kelly Thomas, the whole video. If you're not familiar with Kelly Thomas happened last year. No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we were talking about it last year. It happened over 2 years ago. He was a homeless man with schizophrenia, his dad was a cop also in Arizona, but Kelly Thomas was beaten to death by police.
Yeah, beaten to death.
For the sole reason of being where he wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's it. He didn't commit any crime. He just was there, and the cops didn't want a homeless man.
And he was saying,
John doesn't care about homeless men. He invites them into the house, if you can tell by the video.
He was just saying, what did Kelly Thomas keep saying? It's real disturbing. He was calling for his mom or something.
He was
like
calling
that,
for his. He was calling for his dad. He called for his dad
God.
31 times. He called for his father. This
is crazy.
Said 30 sometimes. He said he would agree with what they wanted. He would comply. But
wasn't he mentally disabled or something too?
Yeah.
When was this one? Like a year or two ago?
Yeah, this is 2 years ago.
So he was a schizophrenic man, not
homeless,
weaponless, just getting beaten and
just
crying for his father as they were beating him, and then he died.
He was crying for his father. He said he would comply. They kept beating him. They were on his head, chest, and neck. They wouldn't let him up even after he said he would comply. They wouldn't stop beating him. And guess what happened? Guess what happened to all those cops?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh boy.
Nothing. They all got away. They all got off with it. And then of course Obama administration. Now, let me say this. I voted for Obama twice,
Me too.
right? I voted for Obama twice.
Me too.
I I was happy with my decision up until maybe a couple of years ago. I am regretting being an Obama supporter. I'm not saying I'll ever vote Republican. Fuck the Republicans.
No.
But
I,
I'm not happy with Obama.
yeah, I don't think you could even blame it on all like just everything he tries getting blocked. I don't think he's really trying enough
No, yeah, that
or jumping on the wrong sides. He jumps right on this. The Kelly Thomas thing, nothing happens.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
fun.
happens to Kelly Thomas. Nothing happens there. Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Eric Gardner, the homeless man in Albuquerque who was shot, the guy who with his daughter we were talking about. Video cameras ain't gonna solve the problem. Video
No,
camera and Eric Gardner's situation proved that video cameras ain't gonna solve the problem. They have
no.
all the evidence in the world, and it can be 100% against them just because they have a fucking camera. It doesn't mean the thin blue line isn't gonna protect them.
Right, right,
So Obama is, he comes out. He doesn't have Eric Holder or anybody prosecute these people,
right. No,
and again they get away. They don't. They send all this fucking military equipment to the police, and again, when you think
and
you're
that
always in
not
danger,
just like military type equipment, straight up equipment that was used in a war.
yeah, APCs, armored personnel carriers,
Yeah,
APCs, fucking Gatling guns, 50 millimeter machine guns, shit that can tear through concrete, and they're
yeah.
aiming it at you, and it's fucking ridiculous. What did they expect to happen? I mean, if white people were treated like black people,
Right.
if you and me were treated like black people tomorrow, we would burn the establishment to the fucking ground.
Yeah.
To the fucking ground. And I think that's what most white people are scared of about black people because we know we wouldn't take it. We know we
Yeah.
wouldn't. And we're wondering when they're going to finally stop. And
Mm.
Ferguson is I don't even mind the rioting. I don't mind the
Well,
rioting and
the
the
only thing I
looting.
wish they would stop with the rioting and the looting is they're doing it to the wrong businesses. If you're against a man, take down a corporate business, not some mom and pop shop of somebody that just worked their whole lives to get this money together to open a store, and then
I
it
would
gets tear down. They're the people that would be standing with you. Why are you tearing their business down?
Yeah, that's true. I would agree with that. But like
Go to
most
a
people,
Walmart. Show up at a
yeah,
Walmart.
fucking
Burn that bitch
steal
to the
from
ground.
show up at a Walmart,
No, they got
fucking
this
a
that
Kinko's, copy all the fucking shit you want, and just go to a Kinko's, copy your fucking band posters, and
yeah.
just fucking for free, just like I'm copying this fucking bitch. This is my MC rap battle. I'm copying 100 copies. No, sir, please don't. Fuck you. Fuck the police. And then just
You know what? Before you start giving the websites, can I read you a poem?
yes.
Okay. Get away for what? Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired of it. It stops today. I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
That doesn't sound like a poem. That sounds like Eric Garner's last words.
That was.
Nice. That should be. All right. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to give the websites out on this one. I don't really want to feel like we should do
No,
that.
I would feel like I'm taking advantage of the situation by saying like halfasspodcast.net. And you're like, what kind of scumbags would be like, oh, you know what? These people should have never died, but you should go to howsyourrobot.com and find out more. Bunch of fucking.
All right.
Poor Tamara Rice, 12-year-old dead black kid dies, and we're the first one to go, oh, try at half-assed podcast.
Half-ass scary on Twitter.
Well,
Oh
half-assed
shit.
guy. Oh,
Uh,
at How's Your Robot, I really care about the people.
no, but yeah, fuck this shit.
We
I
won't do
mean,
that. We will skip. You're right. We'll skip the websites for this
we'll
show.
skip the websites, and you want to do? Should we give a fuck to police? Should we give a fuck to police? Do you want to? You want to give a
What
fuck
do you
to
want to
police?
play the song?
No, you and me at the same time. Fuck the
All
police
right.
on the count of three. Ready? One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three. Kiss the police.
All
You gotta kiss them before you fuck them. Fuck the police.